Been a long time since I used my 9. You got yours, and I got mine. I think it's about time for a Jack. I love that song. I always start my shit off. But you know, Lil Blood TV back again with another Lil Blood TV exclusive powered by Thakur Media. You know I be giving little intros on niggas who be popping up and fucking with me. Um, so just for a short little brief little moment, I got one of the ancientest, boostiest niggas in the world right now. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. One of the most brilliantest businessmen I know. Good dude, man. I call this nigga when I'm stressing. No matter what time it is, if the nigga don't get back, he gonna for sure hit me back. Just real nigga, man. All in all. And I was telling this nigga about my shit, this podcast, when I first started the shit. He like, nigga, if you gonna do it, do it. You got something going. Just, you know, be consistent and stick with it. And I didn't even force it. And when the time came, he like, bro, I got you. I'm gonna fuck with your shit. So introducing the some, presenting the others. You feel me? Shitty Shine, man. What's up with Blood? Blood. What's up with Blood, man?
Man, I can't call it, man. One day at a time, counting my blessings, family.
Yes, sir. Let's tweak for a minute. Tech.
Ooh, shit.
Let's talk about Tech. When you was at Tech, bro, did you really see yourself past that, or was you just like doing that sports shit just to like buy time?
To be realistic, like, it was more so, it was a way that I could, you feel me? I went to school with hella my cousins, though.
Right.
Hella family. So, nigga, it was more so like, this was an opportunity that, you feel me, with the sports was a way that niggas could just kick back. You feel me? Ain't gotta, you feel me, go home right after school and hella shit, but you feel me, more time for us to politic and get down, and then, you feel me, real talk, that shit just started picking up, like opportunities and doors started opening that niggas didn't even know was possible. Cause I for sure didn't, you feel me? I think it was probably like my 10th grade year. I had got a letter. You feel me? That was big in high school. You feel me? You get a letter and shit, but most of them they be typed up and hella shit. But it was a handwritten letter from Tyrone Willingham. He was at Notre Dame at the time, and this was a black head coach, which was that shit ain't normal. So you feel me? I get the letter and shit. A couple of my cousins who, you know, they into that shit. Niggas like, Blood, you got a letter and this motherfucker handwritten.
Right.
So that mean he, you feel me, took his time out his day and wrote that motherfucker.
Right,
and I'm like, all right, so what's that? They like, nigga, that's from a college, bro, like a good-ass college. You get to go to college and shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I ain't gonna lie, in the household, college wasn't something that, you feel me, was talked about. So I'm like, on some cornball shit, like, well, shit, what the fuck? Like, you get to go to most school. I'm like, hold on. You mean you gotta go to most school after you finish school? Cause you know niggas just talk about graduating high school.
Right.
You feel me? You grown and hella shit. So I'm like, hold on, this most school? Like, nah, I don't think I'ma fuck with that shit. And then it was like, from there, that shit just started picking up. But then the thing that made that shit saucy was, nigga, from me to shit, about like 4 or 5 of my other cousins, like, niggas started getting hella college letters. Hella colleges started sending letters to motherfuckers and hella shit.
Right.
So niggas is tweaking out like, oh, nigga, we all got opportunity to, you know what I mean, go do some shit that we ain't never did before.
Right.
So then it was more so like, oh, okay, this shit might be a little bit serious than what we was, you know, what we was thinking, what we was imagining. So you feel me, motherfuckers started, you know, as them opportunities and them doors started open, motherfuckers had to be held accountable to more shit.
Right.
Cause nigga, I know
responsibility.
That responsibility's got to go.
Right.
But nigga, it was more so like, oh, okay, you know, you just needed a 2.0 to, you know, to be able to play. So niggas was on that hype like, shit, yeah, I'm gonna get a 2.0. Then when it was talk about this college shit, and they talking about grades and, you feel me, the SATs and all this other kind of shit. So it's like, oh, damn, now motherfuckers had to stand on something.
Right, it was different.
Yeah, like if you gonna do it, then you gotta do it.
Right,
but you
right,
gotta
right.
do it the right way.
Right.
So I mean, you know, some for high school, some smarter than others. And nigga, it was more so like, well, shit, you know what it is, but nigga, can you help me?
Right, right, right.
And niggas was more so like, you feel me? Niggas put that selfish mind state to the side and was like, yeah, nigga, I'll help you.
Right,
But
right,
nigga,
right.
you gonna have to do it in order for me to know that it's, you know, you really about that.
Right. So 10th grade, that's when you was like, fuck it,
see
I
that
really
flame?
can do something with this shit. 10th
Nah,
grade.
nah, it probably was like when I knew it was real. I think it might have been like going into my senior year, cause then a nigga got an opportunity to go to the Nike Combine, which is like, you feel me? They bring all the
That's
top
like the
players.
McDonald's for basketball type shit.
Yeah, yeah,
right,
in a
okay.
way. But they bring all the top players, and you feel me? You basically do like they got the NFL Combine and shit. So you basically, you feel me? Go put your you know, you put your product on display for all the colleges. That's what they go to. They go to the Nike Combine.
Right.
You feel me though? To look at the player stats and all that shit to figure out who is who doing what 40 they run. You feel me? The broad jump, all the little, you know, the necessaries in which they, you feel me
Right.
though, they tweak out on the players and shit. And then it was like, oh, I get invited to this motherfucker. But then I go there, you feel me though, and nigga, it was me and two of my cousins. We the only niggas from Oakland.
Right, right.
You feel me? At that thing. So it's more like, I know I'm here to represent myself, you know, in order to get to college, but at the same time, on a bigger scale, it was more so like, man, I got an opportunity to put the town on the map.
Right, 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 right.
Because you feel me, it wasn't like they was coming to the town, you know, and niggas was getting scholarships and coming up out of that. And if they was, it was on some, you know, didn't too many people know about it.
Right, right. This like the early 2000s type shit.
This what, I came out in 2004, so this had to been like 2000, 2002, 2003.
Right, 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 right. Fast forward, did you think when you was doing all that shit, like you gonna be what you is today? Like did you?
Hell no.
Fuck no. Huh?
Hell no, bro. I mean, you know, and it's crazy because you feel me. You look at, you know, successful motherfuckers who come up out the hood and hella shit. And I know for me, where I was raised and how I grew up, the success didn't look like nothing that, you feel me though, that I'm into. You feel me? It was on a whole nother height. But I've always thought that I would be successful. I just didn't imagine it being in this type of shape or form though.
Right, right, right. Cause you from Oakland, I hear always say, this nigga save his money, he saves his money, he don't splurge, he don't splurge. You think you learned that shit cause the shit you went through growing up type shit?
Nah, realistically, it's not so much more what I believe I learned. I think it's more so like my fears. What my fears was.
Talk about it.
Nigga, because I remember nigga sitting there, nigga, you feel me though? I remember like, this was one of the examples I just gave somebody, like, nigga, my cousin Dame had just came home from the pen from doing like, I think he probably did like, he sent out for like 8 or something. And that nigga came home, you feel me? I was a youngster, nigga, I ain't, you feel me? Like, you know how to cook? I'm talking about, yeah, I know how to cook. Like, what you know how to make? I'm like, oatmeal, nigga. Oh, and I know how to make these noodles.
Right.
And he like, all right, I'm gonna show you how to make a gourmet meal. And I'm like, what the fuck is a gourmet meal? He like, man, I'm finna teach you how to bust a spread. And I'm like, shit, all right, cool. So that nigga get the noodles, bam, 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 crush them motherfuckers up. He like, man, there's some hot dogs in there. I'm like, yeah, he like seeing the pen. We had motherfucking like Slim Jims.
Right, beef sticks and shit.
Yeah, he like, so this what we use instead of the hot dog. We chop the hot dogs up, put them in there. You feel me? Put the motherfucking, he had some Lay's potato chips and hella shit. And he like, nigga, man, get that shredded cheese in there, that faux cheese, that Mexican faux cheese, get that and put some of that in there. And nigga whip that motherfucker up. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. But I remember that. And nigga, that was, you feel me, when I first got drafted, I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna make sure that I never have to make that
Yeah.
type of meal again because I have to.
Right.
But if it come down to it, I'm gonna make that motherfucker because I want to, but
Right.
I don't want that to be my situation.
Right. Damn.
So I think that was more so my sense of like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I always put something over here so I never have to have that type of situation.
Damn. That's deep.
And I think that's for sure, nigga.
For real.
For sure, nigga.
Turf meals. That's like turf meals. We had to eat them.
We had to.
Nigga had to.
Red hot burrito with a bag of chips and motherfucking quarter water juice. I don't even know if they still make them, but
$2 go a long way.
I'm telling nigga bust down the whole thing.
Yeah, a long way. I remember coming up and grandma and them feeding the whole family off $20. You feel me? And for 2 or 3 days though, like you feel me?
Yeah,
the goulashes and the
you better go get them leftovers and warm that shit up and quit playing with me, nigga.
Exactly. I be telling my son, like, nigga, you spoiled in a sense. Like, you feel me? Like, nigga, you can't eat food and leave the table. Like, no, nigga, we had to put that shit in the refrigerator and nigga bring that shit back out. So, yeah.
Or your ass gonna sit there all night, fall asleep with your face in the plate, cause nigga, you ain't getting up from that table till you finish. Oh God, nigga.
Child abuse.
You ain't getting your ass up from that table until you finish that shit. I remember my mama made some okra.
Some okra?
Okra, bro, with the slimy ass okra with the bubbles and the little white beads and all that shit. And she like, nigga, if you get up, boy, I'ma beat you. And I'm like, man, mama, this shit hella nasty. You gonna eat all that shit, you feel me?
Right.
Moms get up, bro. I hit her with the 42 fake, throw that shit in the garbage can, boy. She come in there, then bring your ass in here. You feel me? I had to learn the hard way.
Right.
You ain't finna waste no food in here, nigga.
Right. Definitely what I be on with my little nigga, but it's different generations, you feel me? And different timing. What made you like just tweak on that business shit like that, bro? Like I see, bro, like every time I talk to you, you always hitting a nigga with a different business idea, or you would say something like, bro, I'm not just about to go do a commercial because I want to do a commercial. No, nigga, we need a relationship first. Like, nigga, I gotta tweak into what you doing. Like, what made you tweak like that?
Shit, nigga, realistically, bro, it really came from the fact that, you know, when I first came out, you feel me, nigga used to see all the commercials and shit that niggas was doing. You feel me though, all the little for what I seen, like, if you seen somebody on TV in my sport for doing anything other than playing football, it was like, that was a big ass thing.
Right.
You feel me? Cause, you know, athletes got that stereotype like, oh, them motherfuckers stupid and hella shit.
Definitely.
You feel me? So
just like rappers.
So nigga, as I started to get more involved in shit, I had sat down with Nike. I helped Nike create this cleat, you feel me though, and that motherfucker was saucy. So you feel me, I'm thinking it's gonna be my cleat. And then nigga, when that motherfucker came out, they ended up giving that shit to another athlete.
Ooh.
So you feel me, at the end of the day, I'm like, nigga, these people came to my house, bruh. You feel me though, we bust down a whole, nigga, like, storyboard. Nigga, hella shit. And at the end of the day, I'm thinking like, yeah, this motherfucker gonna be raw.
Right.
And then they took it to somebody else. So you feel me, at the same time, I had already had the, the beast mode trademark, but I was more on a hype like, you feel me, I ain't trying to make no money off of that, nigga. I live by that. I stand on that.
Definitely.
I really believe in that. That ain't something I'm trying to make $1 off of.
Definitely.
But then I think it was Jonah. Jonah say, or it might have been Shady. Nigga say, niggas didn't want to give me a deal, so I signed myself.
Jonah.
That was Jonah. Yeah.
Shout out to Jonah.
On God. Nigga, that's family. But nigga, that nigga say, niggas ain't want to give me a deal, so I signed myself. And I'm like, nigga, I really believe that way. Like, damn. I had an opportunity. Well, what I thought was I had an opportunity to do something that a nigga always, you get a Nike cleat, nigga, you in there.
Right.
You feel me? I'm thinking like, yeah, this. And then that shit was like, it was more so like, fuck. All right, I ain't get mad. I went and educated myself on what it looked like to create your own apparel line.
Right.
And I'm not just talking about like, putting a stamp on a T-shirt or whatever. I'm talking about like, you feel me though, from A to Z. Mm-hmm. And the more I did that shit, the more I liked it. Mm-hmm. But the more I did it and the more I liked it, the more I started learning. And the more I learned, I liked that. Mm-hmm. And then the more I learned with the business, I started to get into rooms that I know for sure that I ain't never had no right to be in, or I never had no desire to be in that shit.
Right.
And then once that shit started clicking for me, it was more so like, oh, okay, cool. I see this type of shit, and then when you in that room, you meet with an individual, and his main focus is not on the business that you in, but in a business that complements the business that y'all talking about. And then it's like, okay, well, how you do that? And then it's like, ooh, shit, nigga, that's hella tight too. Well, give me some ism on how I rock with that.
Right.
And then the more I did that, the more rooms I went into, the more doors open, and the more I just started to educate myself on, you feel me though, what it was to get to that point.
Right.
And so I just, fuck it.
Do you think, you an arrogant nigga? No, I won't even say arrogant. I'll just say confident, and you stand on what you believe in, and you stand on that shit. Do you think that kind of fucked off kind of relationships or deals you could have had?
In a sense, hell no.
Right.
Because the thing was, it was more so like if an individual came and, you feel me though, and we sitting across from each other like how we getting down, and you got the business plan and you want me to either invest in your business plan or you want me to do what you got going on, be associated with what you got going on. But if it ain't something that I believe in, then it's just, it don't work.
Right,
and at the end of the day, you might want me to do it, but that shit don't work for me. So therefore, I don't feel that I'm missing out. Even if your business hit, and when your business do hit, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna be the first nigga to, hey boy, you did that.
Right.
Congratulations, my nigga. Keep going. Keep your foot on your neck and then start pressing that motherfucker.
Right.
Because nigga, that's just how I feel. I don't feel no type of way. You feel me though? Like, oh, I could have been a part of this and I could have been on and like, nah, but nigga, you went and did it because you believed in it. It wasn't it ain't something that fit who I am.
Right.
So nigga, I don't feel that way.
Right. I done been in public with you and I done seen you people, hey, can I get a picture? You're like, no, I'm good, thank you, I'm good, thank you. And I see a little kid walk up, can I get a picture? You're like, yeah. Or it'll be, can I get a picture? You're like, no, but I'll take a picture with your son. What's behind that?
Like you were just saying, different generation, different time and hella shit. And at the end of the day, we live in a time right now where individuals feel entitled. They feel responsible for your success. They feel like they the reason you are who you are. And it's just the simplest thing to the point where it's like an individual come up to me and like, hey, let me get a picture. Or, hey, give me a picture, blood. I know you. Oh, yeah, I'm about to get a picture with you. Like, hey, yeah, woo. And then it's more so like, damn, nigga, how about when you pull up on a nigga or you feel me, you come up to me and hey, what's up? How you doing?
Right.
Hey, I'm Sean, bro. It's nice to meet you.
Right.
Hey, how your day going? Hey, is it cool to get a flick? Like the etiquette of nigga of human nature.
What you say is how you say.
Like that shit is so far gone and so far lost to the point where it's like when an individual hit me with the hey, take a picture with me. I'm like, no, I'm good. But hey, look, though, I appreciate it. Because I respect the fact that you want to take a picture with me because maybe you is tweaking out on, you feel me, though? Oh, I just met Beast Mode, this, that, and the third. Because that's how they feel, right? But it's more so like, all right, if I just come up to you and hey, nigga, just give me $1. Like, that ain't how I go. But, nigga, dope fiends, they when they come and pull up on you, hey, how you doing, young man? You feel me? They got a whole story. They might even bust a move and hella shit. But at the end of the day, it's more so the respect factor. Because because they know I want this. So therefore, hey, let me check it. Let's see how this man. When they come, when you walk by the store, hey man, how you doing? Hey, you think when you come out, you feel me? You think you could throw me $1 or something? You feel me? Like, but the fact that, nigga, that shit is lost, and it's more so when you see a motherfucker out. Hey, how you doing? You don't know what the fuck I just went through.
Right.
You don't know how my day going. You don't know how what. But then if I flash out like, man, hell no, get your ass away from me on some shit like, what the fuck you? I'm hella wrong though.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's more so like, hey, look, I appreciate it. You feel me? I feel where you come from. But no, I'm good.
Right.
You feel me? At the same time, it's more so like, I don't want to posterize myself in no position of where, you know, because that shit can get to you. That shit can make you big-headed and some more shit. Mm-hmm. So when you go into certain situations and that ain't the case, you was already on that hype because that's just how everybody been approaching you and getting down with you. But for me, I just treat every situation the same because I don't know what type of time you on. I don't know what type of hype you on.
Right.
And then how I was raised and where I come from, motherfucker come run up on you, that's not a good thing.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I just play every situation the same, regardless, man, woman, or kid. If I'm gonna do it, all right, that's what's up. But if I'm not gonna do it, hey, look, I appreciate it, but no, I'm good.
Right.
Ain't no disrespect or nothing, but that's just the way that I handle my shit.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Did you have a hard time adjusting to fame?
Shit, I'm still trying to adjust to it, cause I don't never believe that. You feel me though? Like I don't never feel as if I'm famous or I'm a superstar or nothing like that, because I feel like, nigga, when I go places or whatever the case may be, I want to go to where the people who from here, I want to go to where y'all go, because I know that's where it's gonna be real. I know that's where it's gonna be authentic. That's where I know that if I do go, I could just go ahead and fuck around and be a individual.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Be yourself. Be me. Be him.
But at the end of the day, like, in the back of my mind, like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand that. So then, therefore, I just rock accordingly.
Right.
And yeah, nigga, that shit be hard. But at the end of the day, I just, you know, a lot of people might look at it as like, oh, he just think he better than everybody, this and that and the third. But in reality, it's more so I'm just trying to not come down to your level, but let you know that we not on no different levels.
Right.
Because I look at it, a lot of people come up, hey, is you that football player? And I'll stick my hand out, and they look at me like, the fuck you doing? I'm like, no, touch my hand. And they like, touch my hand, like, and I tell them, no, I'm human.
Right.
Like, you feel me? Just because if you believe that I'm a football player, you ain't got to approach me no different than how you would approach any other individual. If you just want to approach me to say hi to me, it ain't no different. You go, hey, what's up? How you doing? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Or if you approach me and you want something, hey, how you doing, man? I'm blase, and this, that, and the third. I bet you 90% of the individuals who take a picture with, you know, somebody, majority of the time, they sit there for that second, they take that picture, and then, you know what, at the end of the day, that become their best friend. Oh, I was kicking it with my nigga, woo,
right,
this,
right,
that.
Right.
And nigga, I've seen you for all about a split, nigga, second and a half. But now, nigga, me and you is best friends.
Right.
And I don't know what type of shit you got going on, but you airing that type of shit out, and then you got somebody on your ass, and then it's like, oh, nigga, I don't know that nigga, but now I'm tied into what you got going on some shit that I ain't...
Political.
You feel what I'm saying? So...
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I say I approach every situation, whether it's man, woman, or kid, the same. If I'm gonna do it, all right, come on. Hey, how you doing? You feel what I'm saying? Right. And that's just, I don't know, that respect and all of that type of shit. And I mean, I feel that shit is lost, but I'm still pushing though.
Do you blame that on our generation or the generation before us?
Who I blame it on? Fuck.
So I had this conversation with Fab.
Shit.
Yeah, I had this conversation with Fab, right? And I think it was Fab, I think it was Fab, and I told him I blame the generation before us. I think it was the Hood Stars. I told them I blame them. Well, it was our father's generation. Remember when they did that 3 strikes you out?
Yeah.
And they took hella black people just out their homes and just they took them in. So
See,
I
now
look
you
at it.
getting into some shit that
No, look.
because man, you talk about some shit like that. The 3 strikes you out. You talk about then you talk about Section 8. Then you talk about.
All right,
I'm
speak
saying
on
you
it.
start getting into all of that
Yeah.
shit, like that Section 8 shit. I just thought about it. Like that shit take the father and or the father figure out the house, cause them people come knock on that door and they want to know who in here with you, and then they send them in all different type of forms of fashion to where it's the census bureau type shit, and you feel me though, and Jehovah's Witnesses, I believe, but
Right.
you had you had them people coming knocking at your door, but them people come knock at your door, and on your section, my mama go sign up for that Section 8, and if they find out that it's a man living in that motherfucker, that Section 8 is gone.
It's out.
You feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I mean, if you talk about the 3 strikes and locking hella motherfuckers up, and then you got to talk about so much other shit, and then it's like you go down that rabbit hole, then it's like almost like, well, fuck, who do you blame for this? So I mean, at the end of the day, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't point no fingers and no shit like that, but more so how I move and what I stand on. I just push that. And then the thing is, I don't push it on nobody else. But the
Right.
thing is, I hold myself accountable to that.
Right.
So when you come into contact with me, and whether you feel, oh, that nigga was a sucker because he ain't take no picture with me, or oh, that nigga, oh, he hella cool, and this. But however you feel about me at the end of the day, I look in the mirror with myself and I say, damn, Sean, what's up, boy, you good? If I'm good, I'm good. If I'm not, now I gotta, okay, well, we gotta deal with what we gotta deal with.
Right.
But I gotta deal with that. Because them same individuals who probably wanted to take a picture or not want to take a picture or whatever the case may be, if I was to see them and I go through that same shit and I go and pour my problems out on them, are they willing to help me and do what I need to be done in order for me to put a smile on my face?
Right.
I don't know that.
Right.
So therefore I hold myself accountable to it.
How do Sean deal with depression?
I come home. I come home. And nigga, I know that's crazy, bro, but I come home because it's humbling. Because I mean, you know, Sean in a position to where it could be great. But instead of taking vacations and shit like that and going over there and going down here for spring break and going over there for the summer and all that, like, yeah, that should be cool, but then the reality of it is you get away from what's really real, and you create a false narrative and a false perspective in your mind, and that shit just fuck you up even worse, because when you come back, that shit, you done let that shit fester. And now you got to deal with that shit. Now the problem that you had, that shit done turned into maybe 2, 3, 4 other problems that you didn't even have before. But now since you went and took that vacation, so nigga, I go home.
Right.
I go home, nigga, I go walk, nigga, I go sit at the same bus stops, nigga, I go sit at the 40L, the 57, the 82, and I go walk through downtown, I go and do shit that I knew before to remind me like, hey, even though you feeling this certain type of way, it could be worse.
Right.
So I get back to the reality for me.
Right. Another thing, I always just see you walking around at random paces or riding your bike and shit.
Then I'm probably battling, nigga.
Right.
I'm probably battling, and then you probably gonna see me with a smile on my face or talking shit, cause I done ran into nigga the Dauphin or the wino nigga that I done seen from when I was a little ass nigga, like, bro, you still out here, nigga, like, what's happening? Oh boy, I done seen you, or woo whoop, like, man, and there's never no love lost.
Right, definitely.
There's
They
never
still
no
look at
love
you the
lost.
same little nigga.
Man, come here. Remember when I used to do you like this? Like, bro, yeah, I do remember when I was little, you used to do me like that. But I ain't little no more.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't little no more, nigga.
Right.
Yeah, you feel me? That shit, but that shit means something to me.
Right, hell yeah.
Like I went to a funeral yesterday. You feel me? I'm fucked up in the head and hella shit. We go over to Shattuck, 47 Shattuck, where the motherfucking Boys and Girls Club used to be. And I'm like, damn, they done turned it into a pet hospital or something. And I'm like, damn, bro, I remember I used to play foosball in this motherfucker. I remember I first got I got shook right there where the parking lot is. That's where I would have got shook at. And I'm like, damn, bruh. And I'm sitting out there, and a woman come across the street like, oh my God! No, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm like, baby, what's... Gwen, she talking about, yeah, this me, nigga, what's up? I say, oh my... Baby, give me a hug.
Right.
Give me a hug. And that shit felt so good, bruh. Even though I was dealing with, you know, the loss of one of my people, like, I felt good, though.
Right.
So it made it all worth it.
Yeah.
But those be the moments in which, you feel me, though, when I'm off my rocker and shit, them be the moments, you feel me, that be the time where it makes sense to me, like, yeah, that's it.
I'm 16. I'm looking at beast mode. I'm into sports. I'm into whatever I'm into, but I'm looking at you as a role model. But I'm also flirting with the streets. What would be your advice?
What would be my advice? Shit, you gotta understand. We got a foundation. Fan First Family Foundation. Me, man, me, Marcus, and Josh, you feel me? And our whole mindset, you know, I'm gonna tell you, shit, Marcus was a part of it when we first started it. So, me and Josh sitting down politicking like, nigga, just one kid. Just one kid. And over the course of what, damn, we probably, 16, 17 years in, every time it's that one kid. Now that one kid done added up to, I don't know how many kids, but the thing is, we had those type of situations and we had those conversations with these kids all the time, because that's what they dibble and dabble in. And at the end of the day, more so is, like I said, I don't try to force my properties on nobody, because I understand our situations is not the same. Even though I done came from what you done came from, even though I done walked through the same pissy hallways as you, even though I done walked up down the same blocks, even though your dope fiends is my dope fiends, your winos is my winos, our situations will never be bless.
Thank you.
Our situations will never be the same, so I will never try to put my properties on you. But what I can do is I could tell you from a standpoint of being in that position and what it was I went through and what I did, and hopefully in that you could find something that you got, because it might not be sports.
Right.
It might not be sports. So therefore, I'll never tell you to take my route.
Right.
But what I want to know is, I want to know why, what, and how. You can answer those questions for me. Now we can work on something. And if it leads you to the streets, what I'm gonna tell you is, make sure what you standing on is what you believe in. These are the consequences for what you putting yourself into. If you willing to deal with those consequences, then you in the right thing for you. Because at the end of the day, everybody not gonna be a star. Everybody not gonna be a motherfucking manager at fucking Enterprise. Everybody not gonna be able to sit on the other side of the table where blood at to get individuals to come in here and talk to them on some solid shit. Everybody not gonna be that.
Right.
But the thing is, the reality is, there's going to be individuals in this world that go left. I don't want that for you. I do not want that for you. And if you come to me 9 times out of 10, and if you done went left, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you some ism on what it is you doing, and I'm going to ask you them same 3 questions. How, what, and how.
That's deep. That's crazy. I always ask people if they can go back and tell the 16 or the 18-year-old themselves something, what would that be?
You know what? If I could go back and I'd tell myself, like, shit, probably get ready for a lot of headaches and heartaches. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be able to get through it because of what you're going through right now, and the type of fight and the type of dog you got in you. That shit only gonna make you stronger.
Right.
Because nigga, I know at 16 to 18-year-old me, nigga, I was lost. Because you talking about dibbling and dabbling in the streets and type of shit. And I came from an area where, nigga, I lived in the east and I'm from the north. You know back then that you all the way out of bounds.
Definitely.
You out of bounds like a motherfucker. But the shit that I grew up on, nigga, shout out to my mama, the shit that I grew up on and the shit that I feel I stand on, no matter where I went to, motherfuckers respected me, not as, oh, that's a North Oakland nigga, but yeah, that Shine, you feel me? He's solid. That nigga, that's a cool nigga. You feel me? Being from the north, playing for the motherfucking Saints, nigga, predominantly a West Oakland team, nigga. I'm at Ramondi, nigga, and it's like, oh yeah, that nigga from the north. You feel me? And motherfuckers trying to punk me and hella shit, and they like, oh no, but he ain't backing down. And it ain't about being tough or nothing like that, but it's just like, well, nah, nigga, I don't want you to hit me. I don't want you to hit me, so nigga, you not about to hit me. And if you do, nigga, then I'm gonna hit your ass back type shit.
Every action is a reaction.
So therefore it was more so like, oh, and I'm not the nigga who finna come and try to bully you or do no weird ass shit like that. But at the end of the day, it was more so like, yeah, nigga, you just not about to hit me and then go on about your business. Because if you put your hands on me, now we gotta get them up. And that was no matter where I was at or, you know, what was going on. And then the thing was, they knew that I wasn't coming into your section to try to spot smash. I ain't like my nigga inmate. You feel me? But it was more so like, nigga, oh, okay, I got business over here. Because I play over here. Yeah, I'm from the north, but I'm playing for a West Oakland team. And then you feel me though, from the Saints to the Warriors to the Dynamites, I always was out of bounds. You feel me? It was more so like, nigga, you gonna have to stand on something. And then you live in the East.
And it's Oakland we talk about.
Yes, Lord. And then I'm catching the bus, nigga, from East Oakland all the way to the north. So it's like, along the way, every place that I'm going, I'm meeting some individuals. So you feel me? It was more so like, you know, a lot of people probably think like, oh yeah, he know hella people because he in the town because, you know, he a athlete, this, that, and the third. But nah, nigga, because, nigga, I done lived in the East, nigga, I'm from the North, and nigga, my grandma lived in the West, so nigga, I'm here. And then I'm here, then I'm over here, then I'm back over here. So nigga, I had to get acclimated with individuals, and you know, you knew how to rock. I knew for a fact when I went to my grandma's house, like, oh yeah, you about to be in the West. You about to have to fight. It don't even matter. It don't matter what kind of day it is. You gonna have to fight. And they know you from the North. Yeah, you gonna have to fight. That's what it is.
I always wanted to ask you, we don't never talk sports, but when you won the Super Bowl that year, you was in the locker room, and you was just in your shit. When the funk really go down, who's really ready to ride? What was the tweak, bud? Like, what, how, like, what? I'm talking about, bro, I'm like, that put me in a whole different, like, and niggas just like, bro, did y'all pay him? Did y'all ask him to do that? Man, like, no, nigga, man. Like, it was, what was the tweak on that, bro? I ain't never asked you that, bro.
Man, you know what the tweak was. Nigga, I'm a town nigga, man. What you mean? But look, though, the real tweak was, nigga, 100%. Yeah, I would have played that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But nigga, I'ma tell you like this, nigga. It was my teammates. Hey, man, play that song you always play when we in the locker room. Y'all niggas wanna hear that right now? Hell yeah.
Right.
If you peep game and you look at that situation when that motherfucker took off, if you look in the background, you got niggas going way harder than me that don't even know what the fuck really going on.
For sure.
But the thing is, so nigga, when you from Oakland, right, and you in the league, it's 9 times out of 10 when you in that locker room, you gonna be the only nigga from the town in that motherfucker.
Right.
When in mindset, if in that locker room you probably got, nigga, maybe 10 niggas that's from Florida. You got about 10 niggas from LA. You got about 10 niggas from Texas. the representation of niggas in the town, nigga, is far to none.
Right.
So, nigga, when I'm tweaking out on town shit, they listen to me like, man, who is that motherfucking rapper you listening to? Nigga on there talking about some. Like, nah, nigga, that's Keith.
Right.
And then you got that one rapper who be talking about, ooh. Like, oh, that's 40. You feel me?
Right.
Like, oh no, we know Too Short and shit. You feel me? But you be listening to niggas who I ain't never even heard of.
Right.
And then the thing is, like I told you, like we had this conversation before, like, you feel me? I had an individual tell me that, nigga, that you niggas wasn't mainstream.
Right.
Was how I found out, like, oh, hold on, you talking about Blood ain't mainstream? You talking about, you feel me? Fab ain't main, Filthy ain't main. Hold on. And this is before Mozzie had took flight, but you feel me? I'm slapping Blotter. They talking about some Blotter. What the fuck is a man? You wouldn't understand that, man.
Right,
you feel what I'm saying? But the thing is, them niggas don't listen to. First of all, they don't listen to California music like that. But nigga, when it come to Oakland, like, that shit is foreign to them.
Right.
So for them to come to me after we just won the Super Bowl and they talking about some, hey, put that one song, you know what song I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And you feel me, man, watch out. You already know what time it is. You know, nigga, man, why you didn't say nothing sooner?
Right.
Well, we just got in here, but you know, I've been in the locker room, you feel me, before the game was even over. Nigga, I'm in there tweaking with moms, you feel me? I got a bottle of pure white and hella shit. We in there drinking, politicking. And then they start coming in, you feel me? Oh, moms, you gotta get out. Niggas finna start changing and shit. Get your ass up out of here, moms. It's over.
Right.
Go tweak over here for a minute, and then you feel me? When I come out, we gonna go politic.
Right.
But the thing was, it was more so, you feel me? My teammates came to me and was like,
Play that
one song.
Yeah, that was
and then they started going crazy, you feel me?
Godly.
So, nigga, it was more so like, shit. Like I said, 100%, you know, I would have did it. And I mean, you know, at that time, we just won the Super Bowl, you know.
Right.
Everybody on they high.
Right.
And at this time, they know, oh, we just won the Super Bowl. Oh, the media finna go crazy in here.
Right.
You know, you gonna have probably 150 cameras in that motherfucker, and 200 reporters in that motherfucker. They trying to line motherfuckers up for their interview, but can't get nobody because I done got the loudest speakers in the world, nigga, and turned on some nigga who ready to ride, and they in there talk about some who really ready to ride.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't even know what's going on.
Definitely.
But they was in there moving to it.
Definitely.
That shit was a blessing for me.
It's crazy because I remember you called me like, bro, I got this little whoop whoop. I'm about to come on TV. I want to whoop whoop. Use the song. I'm like, it's good. And to this day, I'll be still getting cashed out for that shit. And you was like, nigga, shit. That's when I was dumb, nigga, because you still getting paid for that shit, nigga. Hold on.
You getting checks for it, and you feel me? Nigga, I'm the one who, you know what I mean? I'm quarterbacking the shit. And they was on my line, but they was on my line, though. They was on my line. But you know, whenever I do anything, though, and it's more so like, oh, no, we can't play this music, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, hold on, man. Let me contact this individual so I can see what's up and see if I could tweak something, and if it's good, it's good.
Right,
so,
right.
You know what I mean? I didn't know how big. I didn't think that show was really gonna do the numbers that it did, but it did.
Right.
But the thing was, they was on me like, no, you can't do this. And nigga, I remember I had hit June like, hey, bro, I need some beats and hella shit. Whoop whoop, this, that, and the third. And nigga, you feel me? It's good, bro. You feel me? That same day, nigga sent me like 7-8 beats. I'm like, right on, bro. I appreciate it. And nigga, I use them motherfuckers when I do my little production shit. I use all that nigga beats. You feel me though? All the shit though. But with that situation, they like, nah. But we got contacts to, you know, X, Y, and Z, which is, I guess, the mainstream artists, and we could get a song from them. But I'm like, nah, I don't think that's gonna fit for, you feel me, what I got going on. But let me hear bro right quick and see if I could tap in and get this little situation. Yep, it's good. Come on. We running that motherfucker.
Right, for
We
sure.
running that motherfucker. I wish I could have, you know what I mean, ran it up with with more individuals to do it, but you know, anytime I get a situation or an opportunity to put on, that's just what I'm gonna do.
You going home?
Yeah, I'm going home for
I
sure.
definitely appreciate that, bro. I just appreciate everything you bring to the culture, everything
Bro, you got some
bring
solids
to
in
the
your.
community.
This nigga got some solids in his mouth, bro. This nigga finna bust a knock during the interview.
Why you snitching? Nigga?
This nigga out of pocket, blood. This nigga got some booty rocks in his shit, bro. This nigga out of pocket, bro.
This nigga, man. But no, I definitely appreciate you for sitting down with a nigga, man.
Hold on, man. I got something for you though, bro.
Oh, you want to interview me?
Nah, I don't want to interview you,
Okay,
but
come
you know,
on. What's
but I'm
going
just
on?
saying,
Let's
though,
do
bro,
it.
You feel me?
I ain't even bring up them fake ass rap lyrics.
I'm just
you
saying,
want to be a
look,
rapper,
bro, you out of pocket.
So come on,
boy.
what you got
Nigga
for
was
me?
19, man. But my
Hey, is it true? Athletes want to be rappers and rappers want to be athletes?
I don't know, but somehow, some way they click and they do some shit.
Right.
But nah, man. So look, we had the situation where we had the beast mode experience in Vegas. You feel me though? It was a company put together. You feel me though? I think it was what like Pollen. They put together like 5 or 6 events, and you feel me? They reach out like, yeah, we want to do this thing, woo, but we need some artists to do some performances and shit. And you feel me? Just from a standpoint of like, you know, I'm like, cool. They had all these artists that they wanted to bring in hella shit. So you feel me? I double backed and I hit them with, all right, these some artists that I want to work with. And they like, all right, well, you know, can you? I say, yeah, they all tapped in. It's all good. And when it got down to it, a lot of you niggas didn't clear.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you feel me? I was stuck. You feel me though, in a position of where I'm finna have these events, and you feel me? I'm not gonna be able to have the individuals who I want to rock. I'm not about to have them rock with me. So it was a ugly look for me. But I mean, you know, throughout the whole little shit or whatever though, you feel me though, even though niggas wasn't able to rock, you feel me, just cause you right here and I'm having a conversation with you, you feel me? When I told you like, damn bro, you ain't gonna be able to get down, cause I know it was a look,
Right.
And it was a movie. But nigga, every event you popped out at, you feel what I'm saying? And you and found some way, somehow to wiggle a little situation where you still ended up with a mic in your hand and shit. But like that whole little week, you know, knowing, you know, leading up to it that I'm finna get down, but me hitting you at the last minute like it's gonna be bad or something. Did that shit have like any effect as far as like how niggas was rocking?
Nope, because shit, like I said, nigga, it's nigga, you always open doors for a nigga, and it's genuinely, even on accident, just like the Super Bowl shit I just brought up, like nigga, you feel me, nigga, you just playing the shit, like nigga didn't call you or you feel me, like we wasn't even in good contact then, but nigga, you did it, and it's like you shined the light on a nigga. So whenever Fam First and Beast Mode doing shit, like I'm front line for that shit, like you feel me. So hell no, I didn't even care, like you feel me, at all, like you feel me, and plus, nigga, like I said, I had to do it, like you feel me. It felt like I'm a part of the Fam First family. I'm a part of the Beast Mode family. I had to do it, like it was just like it was mandatory.
That's respect.
Like them Kumi meetings you go to, nigga.
Man, get the fuck off the block, man.
It was mandatory, nigga. Like the Kumi meetings you go to, nigga. I had to do it, nigga. Definitely, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Man, tap in.
Fuck. But nah, nigga, I appreciate you, bro. Like, nah, for real. Nigga, you know you turn down A-list celebrities, bro. Like, niggas can't just sit across from you, bro. Even during that weekend, the whole week experience, I'm seeing top flight motherfuckers come up and trying to talk to you, and you like, oh, all right, hold on, African. But yeah, bro, like what I was saying though, man, whoop, 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 and you got these A-list niggas just looking like, you feel me? Like, like, damn, like, when he gonna talk to me? Till motherfuckers walk off. I'm just thinking like, damn, bro, why you just do this, nigga?
No, it ain't. No, that ain't it. But you know, like, cause I mean, nigga, it's a time and place.
Right.
That was the time, but not the place. Because nigga, all right, for sure. Nigga, if I see you politicking with an individual, and if I don't know that motherfucker, hey, I'm a stand my ground. Let you finish handling what you need to handle.
Right.
And then, all right, when the time presents itself, nigga, what's happening?
Right.
You feel me? But I think that go more so to the fact where, nigga, like I'm saying, nigga, I ain't on no big headed shit. And nigga, at the end of the day, nigga, if you got something up, who know what I'm talking about? You probably hollering about the deal of your life and don't even know it.
Right.
And nigga, I come over there and I'll get in your shit, nigga, and you know what I mean? Who's to say, nigga, that shit probably unravel, fall apart. But I mean, you know, it just goes to show though, bro, like, at the end of the day, more so, like, you feel me? I ask you that because, I mean, you know, if I had more opportunities and shit, like, you feel me? I wish I could, I'm gonna say I wish I could put more individuals in a position to get the light that they, you feel me though, that they working for. You feel me? And if I see that, I see that if I had that opportunity and I can bring niggas on, nigga, to get that, like, nigga, fuck me, nigga. Let me go play the background anyway, because that's where I would rather be at anyway.
Right.
But you know what? I know for a fact you got it. I know that they feeling that shit, and I know that they loving that shit. So let's give them that. You feel me, though? While I'm going to sit back here and I'm going to just kick back.
Right.
What's happening? And then after it's done, all right, what's up? What we doing now? You got a black for me? All right, come on. Let's go over here, nigga. They got some patrinacy over at this bar, bro. You feel me? Like, and we just go sit there.
You got a piece of woo out. You got a piece of.
Where's that? Turn me up, blood. Turn me up, blood. Blood, turn me up, blood. Get the fuck off the block, man. He done killed all the shit, man. Man. Yeah, right on, blood.
For sure.
This nigga out of pocket.
It's hella. It's good, bro. We gotta definitely, bro. Thank you, bro, for pulling up on me, bro. We gotta sit down again. You already know.
It's all
anytime.
Good.
Fan First. How can we get in contact with the Fan First organization?
FanFirstFamily.org. Or you could pull up to the West Oakland Youth Center where the center at, or you could pull up to Tech. You feel me? I mean, it's infinite ways, and then I mean, you feel me? Just how we go about, you know, serving the community. You know, we're gonna have events that's popping up. I mean, you know, just stay tuned, and you feel me? Though, keep your ear to the street. You feel me? 'Cause I mean, it ain't like motherfuckers is doing hella other shit to, you know, try to get seen. But the individuals who need the help and want the help, it's out there for you, for sure. It's out there for sure. You go find all them weird ass videos on social media and shit. The help is out there too.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's all good.
Lil Blood TV. Over and now, we about to drink this Thakur vodka tequila, man.
Man, that trauma, man. Look, where the Thakur vodka, man. Throw me the bottle. Look, boy, you got it over there.
We about to drink this. You feel me?
He got the blue top over there tucked like, man. I'm telling you, real dog count, don't faint. You understand what I'm saying? Watch out, you hear me?
Hey,
Watch out.
We get the best game from the Dolphins, nigga. Don't get it fucked up,
look,
nigga.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. They done gave me the best ism. That's how come, nigga, the business work.
Yeah.
The business work. You can't forget where you came from. You gotta stand on principles, morals, and values. Stand on that. Be a man at all times. Even if it compromise, yo, what is it, publicity or I mean, you know what? Nigga, when I'm dead and gone, I was like, damn, that nigga was rich. I want a nigga to, boy, that nigga was a solid nigga. Going through. Regardless to the, man, get the fuck out of here. You gotta try to put me on this. Nigga, that's your shit, nigga. Even if he did, look, what? What? Tell me what it look like. What it is, my man. Look at him. What that nigga scale is, man. Nigga, what do you say? Real West Oakland in this motherfucker, man. You feel me? Real West Oakland. But yeah, though, man. When I go under, nigga, that's what my legacy, nigga, should read at the end of the day.
Right.
Going through beyond the the football beyond the business and all that. That nigga was a solid nigga. I mean, all that other shit is cool. That's cool. But when they speak about Marshawn, you feel me though? That's at the end of the day, that's what a nigga.
Right.
That nigga was solid, bro.
Right. Definitely. Since you just worry about that solid shit, leave me that money in your wheel. Look, boy.
Look, they be working. They be working.
Leave me that money in that wheel. And yeah, we about to go chew on these Beast Mode Skittles, man, off the camera, man.
On God.
Appreciate you.
It's a movie.
Yes, sir.